Good.
was all
Oh,
on
good.
it.
See, I didn't even have to tell you.
I have an amazing brother who works at Michael Kors.
Oh,
and spoils me rotten. Awesomely comfortable. Yes. Coming from a shooter like me, that's paid a lot. So.
Oh, yeah. That's a shoe person, too.
Yes.
Huh?
All right.
Exciting news. I'm so proud of you.
How did that go with you?
It's fun. It's so fun. It's very
It's
entertaining.
very open.
All right.
Yeah, because then you were sorry. It was just like Barbara Walters,
Yes.
remember?
Yes, remember,
But
yes.
now you're becoming more than
I'm
that.
just
Well,
crazy.
I'm
Tell me to
becoming
go
more of a
away.
variety show.
Exactly.
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Which is
All right,
great.
smell for
Guys
me,
ready?
Rosa.
Yeah, we're ready.
Awesome. Now you're all yours.
Okay. Nina and David in 3, 2.
Welcome back to Baby. There we go.
One more time. Okay, ready? Nina and David in 3, 2.
Welcome back to Vegas Live. I'm Nina, I'm your host, and of course it's a fabulous show, and I'm going to start this all over again because I lost that one up.
We'll do it one more
What am
time.
I doing?
Okay, here we go. Nina and David in
Makes me
3,
nervous.
2, 1.
Vegas Live with Nina, and I'm your host, and we have an incredible guest. We have David Tupaz. He has a couture line that he has kind of created in Las Vegas, which is kind of, I'm not going to say it's new to Vegas because it's not new. Obviously the couture line isn't. But trying to bring the couture line into Vegas is very, very difficult. David, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
I'm so honored to have you.
fabulous.
I'm so honored to have you on my show.
Oh, thank
Because
you.
if you saw his
I'm honored to
clothing
be
line-
here.
So we're both honored. We're both having a great time. But this is amazing what you've actually created. And I met you, I think, about 3 years ago with Michelle Davis. And you were on the show then. You were kind of not starting out, but I think you were a little bit starting out then, as of being in Vegas. Correct?
Yes, I just moved here in 2010.
Oh,
So I'm 5 years old. So when I met you 3 years ago, I practically am so new.
you were very new and you were like treading softly, but then I saw this incredible photograph of this dress you had made, and I believe it was for Mrs. Wynne, I'm not sure, but it had all these petals all over it. It was like an off-white dress. All in
Oh yes,
chiffon.
yes, it was for Andrea Wynn.
Andrea Wynne. Oh, Andrea Wynne.
Andrea.
It was absolutely gorgeous, this dress. And I'm like thinking, oh, I'd love to wear that dress. But you've gone a little bit onto the Audrey Hepburn line.
Well, there's so many designers in the United States, and you know, design aesthetics are very important for a designer.
Cocktails, please, cocktails.
Because you know, that's how your brand and that's how you as a designer gets identified. You know, with a certain look, with a certain style. What I'm trying to do is trying to bring elegance back.
Yes,
Because you know, and the epitome of elegance and you know in history is old Hollywood.
that's what it. Yes,
You
with
know,
the
I
Audrey
mean,
Hepburns and
the
all
Audrey
the great
Hepburns
stuff.
and the Grace
Marilyn Monroe's
Kellys,
and the Grace
I mean,
Kellys.
they were those were
The epitome.
and the epitome of style. And women during those days were very much
But they
respected.
dressed. They dressed.
Yeah, there's
they-
always that dignified grace.
But also, in those days, the men really respected them. I mean, you would have the car door open. You'd have, you know, they would never do anything unless the lady.
and not only that, you don't see a bad picture of Audrey Hepburn.
Never, never.
I mean, now, for some reason, I don't know, the world has changed that, you know, I mean, the paparazzi would rather see the ugly part of a human being.
Then the pretty part.
You know, and they you know, and so beware, you know, when all these big stars are wearing skirts, they try to take pictures if they're wearing underwear or not. I mean,
They want to take the picture of the underwear, not the skirt.
it's amazing. It's a whole different genre.
I think it's what sells. I think what they're going out there, the media's going out there, is what sells. And I personally don't think that sells because that's not what I like. But then a lot of people seem to like that. I don't.
Well, I think we have an obsession for scandal.
We do, don't we?
For some reason, the American public or this particular generation has some sort of, it has to become sort of a religion.
It does.
You know, scandal. You know, whether it's
The worst it can
politics,
be,
whether it's
And it can be the police. It can be
Could be
politics,
anything.
anything at all. It can be scandalous, and especially in Vegas, they like to sort of really get some dirty stuff. done.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why. Do we always have to do this? I mean, wouldn't it be nice to talk about the positive things in life?
Well, I'm going to go.
There's so much negativity
I'm
already.
going to go on to what you're doing, which is positive in life. What David has done, David has got involved in the university here in Vegas, and you've got involved in the design department there. And I believe it's the last Friday of every month. you have 2 or 3 designers from the university, and they come to your studio. He's got the most magnificent studio up on Valley View. It's a fabulous off Russell and Topanga at Tropicana. And you've got the runway, you've got the lights, absolutely gorgeous. And you're giving these young girls, which is what, they're 18, 20, 22,
Well, they're practically
23.
starting out in life who has a design talent.
Yes, but you're giving them this incredible opportunity. I've never seen that as the way you do it. Why did you start that?
Well, Vegas is not known for fashion.
No.
I mean, we have retail. But, you know, when you talk about fashion as an industry in the United States, it's either New York or Los Angeles.
Yes.
You know, I mean, the great designers are in New York. You know, it's always New York, New York, New York, New York, or LA, Hollywood, Hollywood.
Yeah.
But, you know, for me,
Vegas, never.
Las Vegas is the last frontier. It is the last glamorous city in America with the same notoriety as New York and LA that hasn't been tapped yet.
And I agree with you. And yet there's so many incredible hotels. There's functions you can go to. There's shows you can go to. Even the dining rooms are incredible.
And that's what I told the city council when, you know, I tried to legitimize, well, I did legitimize my organization, which is a non-profit organization I founded in 2011,
What's the
which
name of
is
it?
the Las Vegas Fashion Design Council. And what it does is that it helps all these creative kids, especially those who doesn't come from money,
No.
to be trained in the fashion industry.
And I've seen what you do. And you have that. It's a really proper, it's like a New York fashion show.
Exactly. Well, that was my background. You know, I mean, I'm the only established designer in town that represents us in every major fashion week in the country.
And you
There's
do.
no other designer doing that
In Vegas.
in Vegas or in Nevada as a
Or in
whole.
Nevada,
Exactly, completely.
nobody
None.
here. So you're the
I'm the only
one.
one doing it.
Well, so if any time you want any high fashion, go to David Tupaz. Look him up. on
That's why when I
Facebook.
did New York Fashion Week for the very first time, they put me in the front page of every fashion publication. And the headline goes, Vegas in New York with a big question mark.
Yeah, what's it doing?
Well, because they think that probably there is this designer from Vegas who's going to show showgirl costumes.
No, you don't do
or
that.
feathers and
He doesn't do that.
sequins and
Nothing.
bling.
You don't
All
do
of them
any
were, I mean, I'm talking about 800 people in the audience with 400 press from all over the world with their cameras and zoom lenses
They wanna know,
waiting. They're
who is
waiting.
David?
What is this
What?
Vegas designer going to come up with?
Well, you have. I mean, but you've opened it slowly. You haven't sort of gone flying into it. You've done
No,
it
but
very,
when they
very
saw it
slowly.
and what I showed was old Hollywood,
Yes, you did.
which is what Las Vegas is all about. You know, old Hollywood came to Vegas.
Well, where do you think we are right now? We're at the Pepper Mill.
Exactly.
We're actually sitting in Elvis Presley's booth. He sat here all the time. Pepper Mill has been in Las Vegas for years and years and years. And thank you, Pepper Mill, for letting us shoot what we're doing here. It's amazing. They've given
it's
this.
fabulous,
And this
I think.
actually is part of the old, which is what you're talking about.
It's
And
an
it kind of brings
institution.
it is an institution. And they it's bringing it all together, which is absolutely amazing because that's what Vegas is.
Yeah.
And but what are you planning now? I know that there's one big thing he's brought out. It's absolutely amazing. Do we have enough magazines? No.
Magazines that focus on us, not from outside Las Vegas.
And the name of your magazine?
It's called Le Vague.
Le Vague.
Le Vague. It's spelled L' and Vague is Vegue. Well, a lot of people think it's Vogue because Vogue is Vogue, right?
That's correct.
But in my magazine is different in the sense that I invented the title. Le Vague is a slang for Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Yeah, and I love that because it looks like Las Vegas, but it also does look like Vogue.
Vogue,
I have to
exactly.
say that. You kind of, when you look at it, you go, wait a second, what is this? But it's very, very high-class magazine. It's coming out, every quarter?
It's every quarter. Our next issue, I mean, I'm doing the following issue we're printing, you have to be in the magazine. I have to do a feature about it.
See what happens? This is Vegas. This is what happens in Vegas, and everybody helps everybody.
I think that's the most important thing.
And I think if you're legit and if you're honourable as to where you're going, what you're doing, because there's so many people in Vegas, unfortunately, that come and go very fast.
Well, and there's a
You
lot of
stay.
people in Vegas that do this.
Yeah, and a lot
But
of
then
people-
there's no result, there's no nothing. You don't see anything.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens,
No, and
exactly.
when nothing happens, you can't be there because there's nothing happening. But I think with people like us that actually do something, and as you know, I've only been in the town 3 years, and I've been creating shows, and I've got this show which I absolutely adore, and of course my ambassador, who is he's like my Ed McMahon, which is Lenny Windsor, and he's going to be coming on a little bit. He's back there. He was on earlier, but he's also from England. So we're kind of bringing the British troops in.
But I told you it's British invasion.
British invasion. So what is your next move? By the way, how's the magazine going?
The magazine is great. Our next issue is really going to be like more. It's a holiday issue.
Yeah.
So my front cover, who's also a client and a very good friend of mine, is Audra Baldwin.
Oh, sure, I know.
Yes, Audra Baldwin is the wife of Bobby Baldwin, who's the CEO.
Can I come in?
Yeah, come
darling.
in right here. Come on.
Lenny.
Oh, this is typical Lenny, and Lenny is allowed to come in and out of my show any time. Lenny Windsor. Isn't he amazing? Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, I love my kisses. Love my kisses.
Yes, you are amazing.
Well, and
Isn't he
finally,
amazing?
you know, between two English people, I become English myself.
Yes.
So probably we have to talk about the accent.
Your
don't you
accent.
think?
You've got to change your accent.
No, I can't be Filipino.
I love the Philippines.
Maybe we should.
I love the
No, wait a
Philippines.
second. Maybe we should be Filipino. Do I look Filipino?
Yes, you do. I look English.
Very, oh, yeah. He's lovely. He's a big comedian in town now. You know him.
Well, of course.
Well, I'm a
well,
fat
Lenny is an
comedian in
institution.
town there. What?
You're an institution in this.
I'm an
Yes.
institution,
Yes,
bless your
of
heart.
course.
And so are you. I've spent many a time at your place. It's what a great venue, because you used to do a shoot there.
Yes, I used to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done some
Great.
shoots there and everything.
Great.
It is a fabulous place. But what I love about David's place is it's legit. It actually has the runway. It actually has the lights.
Yeah.
It actually has all the ambience. And then you've also got all the cameras. And you seem to have an awful lot of press come to all your shows, and that's amazing. I think they it's kind of such a culture thing you do that they want to be part of that.
Well, it's in any industry. You know, of course, I am talking in behalf of my industry, which is fashion. But you know, in any industry, I think the only thing we can do for each other is support one another.
Absolutely.
You know, and I always say that, especially to this younger generation of kids that doesn't hear it. You know, there's a lot of people in this generation that doesn't hear the kind of wisdom we did
Yes.
here
Well,
when we
yes.
were young.
Yeah, well,
you
when
know,
we were young, we were brought with
yes,
us in England.
you know, I mean, and it's amazing that, you know, if you, I grew up in a culture of it's what you can give,
Yes.
and it's not what you can get. That's the culture I grew up in.
And that's the difference.
Exactly.
Because you're always out there to give. On that, this gentleman, my Lenny here, look at the way he's dressed.
I'm her Lenny.
My Lenny, this is my Lenny. Look at the way he's dressed, typical English, but he's dressed. He doesn't have jeans on, he doesn't have, he's you know, dressed for the part. Isn't that amazing?
This is my battle dress.
Well, it's
This
the
is the
English
Welsh armour.
aesthetic.
That's his
you
British
know?
armour.
This is my brand. I mean,
Yes.
and
He's a gentleman,
Yeah, I
and
am.
that's how it's
Yes.
right.
That's how he
In
presents
England,
himself.
that's how you.
But the American guys, they're great. I love America, of course I do. But they make fun of me because I'm always in a suit, and they're in shorts and flip flops, and I can't
I
do
think
that.
they make fun because they're embarrassed because they're not dressed up.
Well,
and they
I-
want to be dressed up
I
because
couldn't.
you look so great.
I couldn't.
But if you were in New York a little different. New York would be more dressed up, especially, you know, Wall Street and around
I'd still
there.
be in a suit, of course.
Of course you would.
Oh no, there's certain areas in Vegas that people get dressed.
Yes, and I
you know,
love
I don't
Sure.
know. It seems
Sure.
to be an invisible reality to.
Invisible, though.
But you know, there's a lot of people, like a little probably areas that you know that, like in Summerlin, I see people who are
Yes,
dressed.
some of them they're quite dressed.
Yeah.
But then I was up there at one of the famous cafes up there the other Sunday or something, and everybody was in flip flops and shorts. And I know it was Sunday, but I thought, well, couldn't you have nice flip flops on, nice shorts on? I don't know. I always say, do people really go to a store to find the worst clothes?
Well, you know, there's a difference between fashion and style.
Big difference.
They're not the same.
So what's the difference?
The difference is, let me give you a kind of like an analogy of this. Fashion is what you buy.
Yes.
Style is what you do with it.
Excellent.
Oh, I
Excellent.
love
Excellent.
that. How you wear it.
Exactly. How you wear what you bought.
How you
How you
wear
mix
what-
it with something else. You know what I'm saying? Style is what you do with what you bought.
Yes. And you don't
It has
have to
nothing
have,
to do with
and
fashion.
it has nothing to do with money either,
No.
because you can mix everything up
Exactly.
together. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it's what you choose. It's what you choose, what you want, and how you put it together.
Exactly.
The little necklace, the earrings, little
Yeah.
things.
In where I come from in England, as Ninon said, we both come from the same town. Just outside of Torquay, where I'm from, there's a place called Totnes, and that's where I was born. And I was known as the Totnes Monster. Get it? Anyway,
Still is.
that was a joke. There's a company there called Revival, and they sell old clothes, but
So
old
vintage.
vintage.
Exactly.
People go in there and come out looking like mega
$1 million.
stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they've got this, and this. and that's, you've just said it.
Absolutely.
You create that.
You create that.
Yeah.
On that, we've come to the end of this section. What would you like to say to help the younger generation out there in fashion? What would you like to say to them?
Well, you know, I always believe that you have to pursue your dreams.
Yes.
Because I think there's so many designers and artists. It's not just fashion, you know, but artists and artisans, musicians, and everybody else, you know, in the creative industry. And I always say this: if you are only an artist or a musician or a performer here and not here, it's very hard for you to be successful. It has to come from here.
Isn't that amazing? Well, from that, it has to come from the heart. So I'm going to come from the heart, and thank you very much.
Thank
David.
you for having me.
Lenny
Thank you,
was
Lenny.
amazing.
You are wonderful. I
And
love
we shall
working
be
with
right
you.
back with Vegas Live with Ninon in a couple of minutes.
Great interview. Awesome.
You are amazing.